Doing it again, my friends, and we are back where we began with the Math Wizard series. My name's Johnny, and I cannot tell you how excited I am to be playing this game with you. We've just added 2 new games to the Math Wizard series. This one's going to be Amazing Airships, and we've got another one next week, which is all about the Enchanted World games. So you guys, we're going to have an amazing spring and an amazing summer. We're learning math, and we're having fun the entire time. So today, as I said, I'm going to be demoing this game. It's brand new for the Osmo line. For those of you who are not familiar yet with Osmo, it is a gaming company that is going to be using both a digital and a physical approach to educate kids in a really educational but also entertaining way. I'm somebody who has worked with children for the past 7 or 8 years, and I know that every single kid works at a different rate. Every single kid has something that they're interested in, that they want to focus on either in school or outside of school. And something I love about Osmo is that it has truly so many different options for learning within the Osmo family of games. So today we're going to be focusing on something that is for children who are about 6 to 8. That's going to focus more on addition and subtraction and number literacy and mathematical thinking. But if you have a child who's really creative, they've got killer games for artistry. They have intros to coding, something I didn't know about until I started playing these games. When you're learning about geography, when you're learning about literacy, you name it, there's something here, and I really appreciate that. It's all curriculum based, so the things that you're learning in school you can bring home and practice, or you could just buy for yourself at home and just start learning before you even hit the school, and you'll be having the skill sets in your mind that are necessary for school because it is something that is all rooted in curriculum. And finally, the thing I really like about it, especially something that I kind of need, is that it is all at the pace of the person playing. So if you want to zoom right through because you're really amazing at math, or you want to go piece by piece by piece, you're in business. So, as I said, we're going to be focusing on Amazing Airships. If you have any questions throughout this live stream, we've got an Osmonaut in the chat, so feel free to ask questions. If I'm not speaking fast, if I am speaking too fast, or you want me to elaborate, they will do it for me because they know more than me. All right, so well, as I said, Osmo uses a virtual space as well as a physical space because it uses the entire mind. It's not just staring at a screen. It's not just staring at your table. It's using both things. So when you are playing an Osmo game, you need a couple things to get started. The first thing that is critical is going to be an Osmo base and reflector. So the white piece right here that my tablet's sitting in is the base, so you slide it nice and in and easy. Mine can be charging while it's in there, which is really convenient because I play for a long time. And then the reflector is this red guy on top that slides on and off of the camera. The reflector is kind of, for me, the magical part. I know that it's science, but I don't understand science that well, so it's magic to me, which is fitting for today. Anything that this reflector picks up from the space in front of your tablet is going to be reflected on the screen. So that takes the physical into the digital virtual world, which is always exciting for me, no matter how many times I've played. The next thing you're going to need is an Osmo compatible device, which for me is an iPad, but you can also use a Fire tablet if you have that on hand. You can always check out the website playosmo.com to figure out which device is going to be most compatible for the games that you want to play. You can also check in with the Osmonaut in the chat to see if what you have will work. So this is going to be necessary for all of the games that you play. And for specifically Math Wizard and the Amazing Airships, you're going to purchase this beautiful box. You can get it on the website, you can get it on Amazon, it's everywhere. And when you open the box, you get this very fantastic toolbox. All the games have a different theme. This one is going to be, mechanical delivery, cargo, energy. So as you can see, we're playing with Rupert's delivery service. And Rupert is this cute little robot who sometimes wears a bunch of different fun hats and has a magical wrench. And so this is going to be tech themed. The purpose of the game that we're playing today is all about delivering cargo and building ships and carrying it safely with balloons. Something that we've all been familiar with, I think, all year, probably more than ever, is delivery. So we're going to open our box. and see what tools we have to make those deliveries. You start off over here. It teaches you all about the setup on the opening flap. You go to playosmo.com/getmath if you have an iPad, and then you can download Math Wizard if you don't already have it. If you already have it, we can skip some of these steps because they're all going to be created in the same world of Mathmagica, which can be downloaded with any of the Math Wizard games. So we download our games, we set up our device, and then we can check out the pieces that come with it. Something I really like about the Osmo games is that everything is really organized. So when you open up the box, I always recommend to open it nice and flat because inside is this piece right here, which looks almost like a hot air balloon. I'm gonna put this down for a moment to show you. So inside, you've got 3 different compartments, all for different types of pieces. And we need all 3 pieces to make our delivery successful. You've got our balloon pieces, which range all the way from these tiny little ones to the big 16s. You've got wooden pieces, which help build the actual cargo ship itself, which goes from 2, 3, and 4. And then you have our actual boxes. This is the precious goods, my friend. We have got the little ones. You get 15 of these, and then 1 big block of 10. And as we progress, you start using these things in a much different way and all different types of combinations. So it's going to really help you get your packages there safely. The final thing that you're going to get in there is this magical grid board. This is where truly the magic happens. On the grid board is where we can place all of our pieces. As you can see, they have these holes in the back so they fit really nice and easy onto the board, and this is where you kind of create your workshop space. I'll show you when we play the game. And the actual last thing that we have is this postcard. We're going to get the Spell Barrel port, which comes with the Amazing Airways, and this is how we can get to build a port into our Sky Castle. Speaking of, follow me to Mathmagica. All right, so here we are at our Sky Castle. This is kind of the hub, the base of all of the Math Wizard games. So from here, you get to customize and build out your castle the way that your child sees fit. So right as you can see, I've added a bunch of space. Like I've got an arcade, and then I've got a gym going on. I've got a potions lab. I've got the port that I built over here. And every single person's Sky Castle is going to look different, which I think is really exciting. You know, gives a child a sense of individuality, which I always appreciate. In order to access these and to build them onto your space, though, you need to first check out this tower in the center. When you open the game and you have nothing built, the only thing is going to be this tower. So I click where it says Add Postcard onto the blue and white map, and it's going to take me to a screen that looks like this. All of the colors that are purple mean that I've already downloaded the game and I have it accessed. So you can see I've already added Amazing Airships. But if I wanted to add Magical Workshop, I would find that postcard. If you have not added it yet, I'll just show you in a demo. We click Add Postcard at the bottom on that orange button. Blue and orange are going to be your best colors this entire game. And it will show you this screen that tells you, place the postcard in front. The reflector will pick it up, and it will then add it to your Sky Castle. All right? But because I've already added it, it's not going to be there. And what I really like about the reflector is that if I was to put my postcard in a spot that was not directly in front, it wouldn't be able to pick it up. So your child will know that they need to be in a specific place in order to get the specific result that they want. So once I go back to my Sky Castle, in the bottom left corner down here, there'll be a blue button that says Add, and I can then choose to put my port or whatever I want anywhere on the map. It's going to be a hand that kind of looks like that, but in the corner. So go crazy with the customization, make it your own, and have a blast. But right now, I'm going to take you to the port, which is going to look like this. And oh, there's little Rupert. Okay, so you click on the blue star in the circle, and then you push on the orange button that says play. You make sure you've got your pieces nice and organized. I like to put mine out so that way I can access them really quickly, and then when I'm messy at the end, I can put them away really neatly. So this is Rupert, and this is his amazing airship and his wand, or his wrench wand. We push play, And as I said, this is a game that's all about talking to a customer, finding out what the customer wants delivered, and then creating an airship that can hold all the cargo that they've asked for, and then adding balloons at the top to make sure that they can carry the weight of those ships and cargo together. So it's going to teach you a little bit addition, because we've got cargo plus the weight equals the amount that the balloon can carry. And if it can't carry it, you're going to sink, or your things will tip out, and it'll be a whole mess, and everyone will be upset. So here we are in the workshop. This is our buddy Rupert. There's 3 main levels that we can go to. Right now we're at Spellbarrow Skyline. As you can see, I've completed most of these levels. If I was to go over to Waterfall Fjords, you can see that all the ones that I have here are locked. I work through the first 4, then I get to a boss. I work through the next 4, I get to a boss. It also will keep track of your progress by the amount of stars listed here. You can see it under each almost Polaroid looking picture. That is going to track your progress. So then I'm going to show you a level that I've already completed, if that's okay with you. I'm going to show you a boss, because the bosses are really fun. So I can click over here. You can see that I've completed all 3 stars. This is the screen that's going to show up whenever you start a level. You can see who you're helping. Right now I've got Tiberius, what they want, which is cinder blocks, which is air travel for a cinder block is a real big choice. Then you can see how many pieces of cargo that he wants us to deliver, which is going to be 11. How many coins there's going to be able to be collected throughout the level. Right now this is 8. And then we have the challenge. If there's a challenge on a level, you can get an extra star, but not every level has a challenge. So we accept the phone call, and we get to watch a fun little comic. A lot of the Osmo games are story-driven, which I think is really great for keeping a child's attention. So it's not just doing math problems, it is also tracking a story and being able to say, like, I helped Tiberius with this, I helped that other cow with this, I helped the giraffe girl with that. And it's dramatic, which is fun. So we count up to 11. We need 11 boxes. Okay, so I'm going to put my grid in front to make sure that all of my work gets transferred to the screen. So I know that I need 11 boxes. Amazing. The first thing I want to check, though, before I start building, over here in the bottom left corner on that purple is going to be a ribbon. I click on the ribbon, and it's going to show me what the challenge is for the level. Every level is going to have a different challenge. So right now, this one's telling me that if I want to get the challenge points, I can't use this 2 block of wood. So I can only use the 3s and 4s. All right, we'll do it. So I know that it's 11, and I could put 11 of my little guys, or I could just use this 10, which is going to save me a lot of time. So I put my really big 10, lock it into the board, and then I have to put 1 more because I want to make sure I have the correct amount of cargo. In the earlier levels, the cargo is nice and sticky so it won't slide around, but as we progress through the levels, the cargo is going to have different affects to it, so these boxes will slide if they are not trapped in by the airship. Other boxes sometimes have springs, and so it gets progressively more challenging as we go along. But I know that I want to add, let's say, a 4 there. I want to lock it in with a 4 on the top as well. Let's double check that. Okay, so you can see that I'm building my ship. I'm going to put a 3. I'm going to put another 3 so I can feel confident there. I put 3 again, and I put 3. So you can see I've now built a ship that is completely encapsulating all of my cargo. So even if I have a misbalance of balloons, I don't think anything's going to fall out of my ship, and that is, that is king when it comes to delivering cinder blocks. So I can count now that I have 11 pieces of cargo, and then I have, looks like 7 up the top, 10 over here, 7 at the bottom, 10, so that's going to be a 20 as my cargo piece, or my wood pieces, and then 11 as my cargo pieces, which is going to give me a total of 31. So as your child goes on, they can realize, oh, I need to have 31 things as far as balloons go in order to make sure the weight is carried. So we want to match what's here with what's up top. So I can take my biggest one. I can put 16 at the top. That is great. And I know that I need 15 more because, I mean, I'm an adult, so I can do this math a little bit quicker. But for a child, they can start doing almost trial and error, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work. I can put a 9 there, so I'm at 25, which means I just need 6 more. Okay, so it reads up there. So you can see the whole time the boat that I'm making, or the cargo ship that I'm making, can be carried. So I know I need 2 more of these pieces. So I'm using every different type of balloon to make sure this cargo ship gets to Tiberias safely. So double check and make sure they pop up. If they don't show up, you won't be able to get it to go. All right, so I feel confident. When you feel confident, you push down here in the bottom right corner this orange magic wrench button, and then Rupert does the math for you. He shows you you've got 11 cargo pieces, 20 wood pieces equals 31, which is what I did, and now we can try to travel. As you travel, you'll be able to track your progress along the bottom, and you're also going to be able to click coins as we go, so that way... Oh my gosh, the boss levels have bad guys. You have to also now keep track and get rid of all of the evil cats that come and pop your balloons. So pay attention. You want to touch coins, touch boxes, and stop the cats. Oh my gosh. Don't get thrown. No, no, no. No, no. Because if they pop, you fall. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, come on. I'm trying to... There we go. And so that was a box I could have gotten if I had not already completed the level. You can see I'm getting closer and closer to Tiberias. The stress level is high because I really don't want to let them down, even if he's kind of mean. All right, you can see we're getting to the boss. All of our cinder blocks are going to make it to his giant blimp. Amazing. So each level is going to have a different type of challenge in there. Each level is going to have a different equation. So your child will then have to be able to learn more mathematical thinking of what works, what doesn't work, what can I add or what can I take away from this to make this experience nice and smooth. So as you can see, we've gotten all 3 stars on that level. Congrats to us. We did great. And if I wanted to, I could click down here on the bottom right left corner and the purple button. It'll show me all the rewards that I can claim for winning challenges or completing challenges. Right now, I've only got 5, so the only thing I can get is a star stream, which is cool. Or I could rack up all my points to get something like this Admiral cap, which I really would like to see Rupert in. So it's kind of like an arcade where you can hold onto your tickets until you get to the prize that you want. The next thing that you can do, using the coins that we can collect throughout the level, is click on the store down at the bottom, and the store is going to take us to where a motif that we can paint on. It's going to give us a fun trail, like there's these bubbles right there. You could throw in different hats on top of Rupert. Oh, I definitely want to buy this pirate hat for him. So it's applied. So now he's cool. So as you can progress through the game, you can customize your ships, you can customize Rupert, you can figure out which pieces go for the best journey for you, and it's a lot of fun for kids who are just getting into mathematics, but also as you can fill in the blanks, it's basically an introduction to algebra. So whatever, this is for 6 to 8, but it really is great practice for almost any age group. So I'm going to take us back to the Sky Castle right now and show you the second game that comes with amazing airships. This is more of a fun game that is just going to teach kids about critical thinking, skip counting, as well as recognizing patterns. We go over to the arcade, which is this really bright, fun neon space. We click on the star in there, and the game is called Clockwork. Now this game doesn't need to have anything in front, so I'm just going to shift our grid out of the way right now. And this game is all about taking little robots and different characters and helping them navigate a way through an obstacle course to a target. So we have a bunch of different robot characters that all have different skill sets, and so it's up to your child to figure out which robot is going to be best suited for each level and which obstacles won't get in their way and how to overcome them if they do. So I can click on this level right here. And as you can see right now, I've unlocked 2 characters. My girl Plus down here, she's pink. She can move 1 space at a time, whereas my yellow character is able to move 2 spaces at a time. So he can move a little bit further each round, but sometimes you don't want to skip over spaces. So you have to be pretty careful about who you choose and which person is going to be best suited for the task at hand. So what you do is you can click on the person, drag them over to the beginning, which is always going to be this purple crystal, and then you figure out how to get them to here, which is this blue almost portal at the end of whatever track they're on. And so in order to get them to move, you use this gear set right here, you twist it in the direction that you want them to go, and they will move however many spaces. And so what's fun is that, as I said, you can learn patterns, so you can either truly count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 based off of the grid shape of the blocks that are here, or you can kind of just start practicing in your mental math or understanding maybe if I try 6 it'll go into the position that I want. But for right now, since I'm a beginner, I'm going to count. So I know he goes 2 spaces every time, so I can go skip 1, skip 2, skip 3, skip 4, skip 5, skip 6. Great, so I'm going to wind him up to get to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and now cross your fingers that I did that correctly. Oh, as you see, skip, skip, fall, skip, 2, 1. Amazing. So as the levels progress, the difficulty is going to get harder. As you can see, anyone that you've already completed has this flag there. You are going to be able to start using it almost as a co-op once you get further in, depending on which robot that you want to use. So it's a really fun way for children to learn about patterns and adding and subtracting and overcoming obstacles using critical thinking. It's also fun because both of these games are great for people who are introducing themselves to trial and error. So you can see if you don't want to do the actual beat by beat by beat, you can assume things and set expectations and see how it plays out. And it can, as I said, build a lot of confidence. And confidence is key for everything. And commitment. So the more you play, the better you'll be, the more you'll know, the more your brain will grow. So that is basically what I've got to share with you about Amazing Airships and the Math Wizard series so far. But please stay tuned for next week when we're going to be talking about the other new game in the series, which is going to be Enchanted World Games. It is so fun. It takes me back to watching the Olympics with my parents when I was growing up and also going to school. So if you have any questions, again, the chat is open. Please check out playosmo.com for all of the amazing products in the line. Not just these are available. You can also check them out on Amazon. And I hope to see you next week. Have a great day.